Okay. The fact that we only call, like when you call, but Ghostbusters because you need something is insane, and we don't need to do that anymore. Hi, if you're new here, my name is K.shavonte, and this is building a signature through observation, not perfection, aka bitch, you're almost 30, so let's be fucking for real. If you're all about redefining yourself, then let's just talk. Just for a second. It's not that I think I'm the most healthiest person in the world, and it's not that I don't think we should not take health seriously. I overly think we should take health seriously, and I overly think that I'm not even doing the best to take my own health seriously. So here is my plan, or here is the shift that I plan on making as a woman approaching her 30s, and how to take my health more seriously. And that I'm a realist. I'm saying that I am an overthinker. If I feel like that something don't make sense to me, or I feel like it's a little bit more to something, I'm going to dig because it gotta make sense to me. And if it don't make sense to me, then I'm gonna be like, wow, that doesn't make sense, and be a little annoyed, but I'm gonna move on. Now, how exactly does that matter into what I'm saying? Well, if I feel like that it's not that big of a deal, or I can manage it every day, then I don't feel like I have to identify that problem. Now, this is a mind of a 20-something-year-old girl who just feels like, who cares if I'm going to eat this bag of tacos and have to take a shit later on and it burns like fuck? Who cares? No, I don't want to do that anymore. I want to create a healthcare team and get a nice bird. I want to create a very smart health prevention and health professional team that I can always go back and call on, and take my health more seriously, because your body do change very much, and it's not really cash money, but it happens so quickly that you almost cannot realize how fast this shit done happens in the team. And then in the next video, I'm going to specifically, I don't want to say specifically, but in a future video, I will. My eldest sister is one of the first people that I've actually known, or who's actually opened a window to me about having a consistent healthcare provider that she always goes back to. Now, I know that's not too weird, but I mean, this doctor, she's been having that doctor when we first moved here, so she's seen that doctor since her first pregnancy, after her pregnancy, and even now as older she got. And I thought that was kind of amazing when when we were talking about it and I was with her. I thought that was amazing because I felt like the trust that she has built with that doctor was something that was really admirable. She's already gotten over that hump of sitting down and feeling like you have to disclose something, and you know that this is a doctor, you know that the doctor is supposed to help you, but to say certain things and still feel minorly weird about it, or to feel, you don't even feel judged, but it's just a weird feeling. It's just an awkward situation that you have to go through. Great relationship to have, because it makes me feel more open to want to go, or don't feel as bad at going, or feel as awkward to being there. I feel like if you feel safe somewhere, if you feel safe, that's anyone, if you feel safe, you're gonna keep returning. And I don't just feel like, when I'm going to call in and then I'm just going to take the first available doctor is where I want to go anymore. Spend your money. You're going to spend your money on food. You're going to spend your money on trips. You're going to spend your money on clothes. But the fact that we often second guess or look strangely at things that you have to go into, like your local CVS or your local Walmart or wherever you go, and you kind of frowned upon it, that's starting to become weird to me the older that I get. And it's because I am slowly starting to understand what's actually beneficial despite the cost that it comes with. So if you have seasonal allergies, and all you know from when you grew up, or even for what works for you, is that you're going to go to the CVS or the Walmart and you're going to pick up some Benadryl, allergy Benadryl, and you're going to take that and you're going to call it what it is. That's enough for you. But let's say that you actually went to a doctor and you told your doctor, hey, I get seasonals around this point in time, yada, 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 and now they're actually prescribing you some type of pill that you have to take during your seasonal time. Now, you go to the doctor, you go to your place and you get it refilled. Your insurance doesn't cover the whole thing, and it's probably an additional $60 to $75 for you to pay out of pocket. Now, at the time, I know at least me, I used to be like, $75 just to help me not bleed, when I could just take the $8 syrup and be okay and just come back in a couple more hours and take it again. Like, no, that doesn't make sense to me. But when I turned around and realized that about 4 times throughout the week I'm going to like Wendy's, or every morning I have a habit of going to get coffee from McDonald's, and then 2 sausage egg McMuffins and 2 hash browns, bitch, I'm probably spending more for something that I'm gonna digest and shit out, as opposed to something that is actually gonna make me feel more comfortable for the whole entire day. Like, these are investments that are actually worth spending out of pocket, as opposed to trying to find a substitute. The older I get, the more I realize that, yes, substitutions are good for a temporary fix, but I'd rather fix it more permanently, or at least get some type of... Okay, so just because I'm not in the point in my life right now where I can take physical action to these things that I am mentally becoming aware of, slowly opening my environment to, or opening my mind and changing my perspective, however you take what I'm saying to you, that does not mean that I cannot deprive myself from any type of benefit of mental or inward growth. So if I had to say anything out of this whole video, it's that at some point in time you have to break out of some habits that you actually grown up to think that works for you, and start considering what actually works for you in the long run. We are going to keep growing and things are going to keep happening. You can't go take care of somebody else if you're not taking care of yourself. You're not going to get that far. We should start taking better care of ourselves is essentially what I'm getting at. So that's all that I have for you today. Again, my name is K.shavonte, and this is Building a Signature Through Observation, Not Prevention. If you like what you see here, feel free to follow me here on YouTube, or you can check me out on any of these social media platforms for just 30-second clips. I'll see you in the next one.